चलो बच्चों, let's start now. Just have a look. Labor cost. Labor is the one to manufacture or to produce or any kind of services. Any kind of services that required बच्चों labor effort. Correct? Yes or no? ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ, ಲೇಬರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಯಾರು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀದಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು ಅದಾರೇನೋ? ನೋ. ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ವೇಜಸ್, ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಎಸ್. ವಾಟ್? They need salary, right? They need wages, they need salary, they need a remuneration for their effort. For their effort, they need a remuneration. So, you know that, right? Labor cost ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ labor cost is sharing very important part in your total cost. Total cost ದಲ್ಲಿ labor cost ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, that is something which is very, very important part. That is why today we are going to start the new chapter. The chapter is labor cost. Now, so bacho, listen. The very important chapter we are discussing, it is not that much easy as compared to LIFO and FIFO. But guys, it has a wider concept. We need to apply all the basics, skills, and application of logic is very important here. You should understand. Alright, yes, this class is all about theoretical part. Today I will discuss how the labor is, what is direct labor, what is indirect labor, and going further, yes, we will continue. Start now. Labor cost is the second most important element of the cost, right, of production. To produce any goods, right, the labor cost is second most. What is the first? First is, my dear student, material. That chapter is over, right? First chapter was material, that is completed. Now labor cost is your second most important elements of production cost. Yes or no? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಶ್ರಮ ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಶ್ರಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡುವ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಚ್ಚೋ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಫರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಲೇಬರ್ ಶ್ರಮ ವೆಚ್ಚ ಅಂದರೆ ವೇಜಸ್ ಕೂಲಿ, ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ, ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಬೋನಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಮೆನಿಟೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್, ಫುಡ್, ಫ್ರೀ ಅಕೊಮಡೇಷನ್, ಫ್ರೀ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಟು their children, medical and holiday facilities, and retirement benefits provided by the employer to the employee. Got it? It is kind of a salary, it is kind of a wages, it is kind of a commission, it is kind of a bonus, allowance, facilities, subsidies, all the remuneration given by the employer to the employee ಏನಂತೇವಿ? ಲೇಬರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೇವಿ. ಯು ಮೇ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಬಚ್ಚೋ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. We have two types of labor cost: direct labor cost, indirect labor cost. Now, what is the direct labor cost? Bachcho, remember one thing, you know that, right? Cost has two types. One is direct cost, another is indirect cost. Now, in the direct cost, my dear student, in the direct cost, bachcho, remember one thing, all the material or labor effort directly involved in producing the goods, that is called as direct cost. Got it? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಂತೇವಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೇವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಓಕೆ. And anything which is indirectly connected to produce the goods, that is called as a indirect cost. अर्थ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? समझ में आया? एग्जाम्पल, हाँ बेटा, assume that you are constructing a house. ठीक है? You are constructing a house. Now, to construct a house, we need masons, गौंडी बोलते हैं गौंडी, laborers, tiles mistri, electric mistri, painter, all that we need. So they are nothing but direct cost. they are involving directly into the production. Yes or no? Will you agree or not? Similarly, there is somebody who is managing this engineer, right? Even he charge some fees, even he has some cost. That cost is indirect. समझ में आया? Understood? So assume that if you are manufacturing some kind of product like okay, if you are manufacturing car, first it required car chassis and body and all that is required. Somebody who is designing the car is indirect. Somebody who is indirectly, it means he is going to be like, he just want to ensure that car should be perform very smoothly. So he is having all the technical knowledge and he is guiding, he is training indirect cost. Got it? So similarly, बच्चों, direct labor and indirect labor, there are two types of labor. So sir, everything, yes, we have to read this everything, but not a problem. I'll make it short. बच्चों, direct labor consists of wages or salary. बच्चों, wages or salary that is paid to labor who are directly engaged in conversion of raw material to finished goods. Remember this. Anybody who is directly engaging in conversion of raw material to finished goods, that person is called what, bacho? To whom we are paying the salary, right? To whom we are paying any kind of wages, who are directly involved in process of conversion of raw material to finished goods. That person is called direct labor, or you can say direct wages. Direct labor also called as, the other name of this direct labor also called as, बच्चों, productive labor, process labor, operating labor and prime cost labor. All these are nothing but, बच्चों, direct labors. Got my point? Got my point, बच्चों? Some of the examples of direct wages are carpenter, shoemaker, weaver or tailor, you can say. They are directly involved in this one. Now come back to the point, indirect labor. Barcode reha do. Please note down that. Very important point is indirect labor or indirect wages. It is the remuneration paid to those workers who are not directly engaged in conversion of raw material into finished goods. They are not directly engaged into the conversion process, but indirect labor cost cannot be identified with and allocated individuals. Yes, we cannot directly see what happens here. Engineer, he is the one who supervise everything, who guide, who give the plan. He knows exactly what and when, who will do the task. He or she is the person, right, who is indirectly connected to the assignment or project, and even he charged the cost, right? So that cost should be apportioned. Means we cannot directly involve it. We cannot directly charge on any kind of product. See, when engineer is there, right? Engineer, what he does? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು? ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮೇಲೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ತಾನೆ. ಬರೀ ನಂದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಟೈಲ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವನದು ಖರ್ಚು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಲೋಕೇಟ್ ಇನ್ all the other activities. So what I'm saying is that, bacho, what I'm saying is that here they said, right, indirect labor cost cannot be identified with allocated individual units of finished goods, right? But they can be apportioned. Yes, bacho, we can apportion this to or absorbed by cost centers or cost unit. Some of the examples of indirect expenses are indirect cost are indirect labors are salary of supervisor. They do supervision. Haudala, supervision, salary of supervision is what, bacha? Yes, it is your indirect labor. inspector, somebody who inspect all the product that has been processed. Indirect labor, watchman, storekeeper, timekeeper, maintenance of the workers, idle time wages, overtime, all that comes under this. अर्थ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Understood बच्चा? Understood? So these are the two types of the labor cost. You may get a question for sure. Now, yes, without taking much time, let's start now. Yes, bachcho, we need to start the calculations. And yeah, we have all these one by one. Separation method, replace method, flex of time. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೂ ಬೇಜಾನಿದಾವೆ. These are the problems, bachcho, you have to solve. And this chapter you may expect, from this chapter you may expect case study. Labor chapter has a very important concept. That means 100% you can expect this kind of problems from this chapter. Chalo, next, method of calculating the labor turnover ratio. Labor turnover ratio. What is turnover ratio? What is turnover ratio? That you should know, right? Yeah, we know that labor, indirect labor, direct labor we have. But my dear student, first we have to find out what is turnover ratio. Listen. Now, all the employees, all the workers who are working in one organization, right? They should give their time. The tenure should be longer term. I mean, say, if somebody joined the organization, he or she should work for the organization for more than 5 years, 10 years. Why? Simple, bachcho. Once the employee joined the organization, right, we have to spend money on them for training. To making sure that they can do a job, we have to spend a lot of money. Even training period also we have to pay them. Get a point? So, turnover means the labor who comes in, he or she should be in the organization for longer period. They should give their service to the organizations. With that help, the organization should grow. And in the same time, labor also grow by providing them better work conditions, good wage system, right? Incentive and efficient work system, provision for bonus. All that is we have to be. Remember this, right? So, andre, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದಾನ ನಾಳೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಯಾನ, ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಎನಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೇಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಸ್ ಬಚ್ಚಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಇದಾವೆ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ note down बच्चों, methods of calculating the labor turnover ratio. Labor turnover rates. बच्चों, there are 3 different methods for calculating the labor turnover ratio: separation rates, placement rates, labor flex method. First is what? Separation rate. ठीक है? Second, replacement rate and flux method. All right बच्चों. चलो, first is what? Separation rate method. ಈಗ separation rate method ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Under this method, only laborers who left the job during the period of time is taken into account. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? ಸಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ರೇಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅದನ್ನು, ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದಟ್ ಬಚ್ಚಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು ಸರ್? ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇದೆ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಲೇಬರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ बच्चों number of workers left the job during the period divided by average number of workers into 100 ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಡ್ರಿ remember this. So my dear student, under this method only labor who left the job, ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. So what is the formula बच्चों? Labor turnover ratio for separation rate is how many workers who are left the organization divided by average number of workers into 100. Got it? Got it my dear student? Barkundri. Next, replacement method. Replacement method. Replacement means बच्चों see the very important like common ಆಗಿದೆ replace. So who has left the job, that place should be replaced, right? Under this method labor turnover is, it is the considered only the worker who have joined for the job in place of those who are left. Means ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಂದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾವಂತೀವಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್, ಲೇಬರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬೈ 100. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬೈ 100. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯೂಡ್? No doubt? No doubt बच्चों. चलो डाउट ಇದೆ ಏನ್ರ? Next, catering. What is the next बच्चों? Yes, flex method. Under this method बच्चों flex means what is labor left and how many labors are joined. It is a combination of both separation, the one who left, and replacement method. Both we are going to add it. When we are going to add these two, that is called a flex method. That is called as a flex method. So ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? Labor turnover ratio is equal to number of worker left plus number of worker replaced during the year divided by average number. Remember, average number of worker multiply by 100. Please note down. Please note down बच्चों. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ? ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಬಚ್ಚ? ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Please note down my dear student fast. हो गया? Guys, please make it fast so that I can proceed to the next part of this problem. Over. Chalo. Here we have one question. Let's solve this question and we can go for the next. That is idle time and all. Idle time, wages, overtime, everything we will finish. Yeah, we do have so many problems that all will solve, but bachcho, here they have asked us to find out. You may get anything for your yes, cost accounting, bcom, third sem, NEP, fifth sem also. Like you may get anything from this. You may get anything from this. So that is why bachcho, we have to be start. We have to be very much up to the point. I mean, we need to be learn everything in detail. ठीक है? चलो. Look at that. Look at the bacha. What they have said. From the following information, you are required to find out labor turnover rates applying separation method, replace method, and flex method. Okay, let's start first separation method. First is what bacha? Separation method. What is the formula bacha? Number of workers who left divided by what? Can somebody tell me? Average number of worker into 100. Chalo. So now number of labor left. So number of worker on payroll at the beginning 2500, at the end 3000. Okay, so guys, a very simple it is. What they are given at the beginning was how much? 2500. At the end how much? 3000. So with this, what we can find out? We can find out average workers. Average labor 2500 plus 3000 divided by 2 कितना आएगा? How much is that? ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Somebody tell me fast. 2500 plus 3000 divided by 2, that comes 2750. 2750. Next, number of labor left during the year 50 workers left. Means very simple, right? Separation method. Is equals to 50 workers, बच्चों 50 workers who are left divided by what? Numbers were discharged. Left 120 persons were discharged and 80 workers were recruited. Okay. 50 plus 150. 50 plus 150. Discharge means the one who was discharged. छोड़ दिया हम लोगों ने. Divided by 2750. Multiply by 100. ऐसा कैसे दो? Tell me बच्चों. नहीं 6.18% आएगा, राइट? अरे 170 डिवाइड बाय 2750 इंटू 100. चलो, फर्स्ट इज डन. सेकेंड इज व्हाट? Separation method is done. Replacement method. Is equals to number of worker who replaced. Who have replaced divided by average worker. Average worker into 100. ಈಗ number of worker who are replaced, how many? Discharged and recruited, how many they are recruited? How many they have recruited? Replaced ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 60. And 60 workers were recruited in the vacancy of those who left, means replacement. Those who are left, in place of them 60 has been replaced. Okay, 60 divided by average workers 2750, बच्चा मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 कितना आएगा? ऐसा करते हैं 2.18%. चलो ठीक है. नेक्स्ट लास्ट, व्हाट इज द लास्ट बच्चों? रिप्लेसमेंट फ्लक्स मेथड. फ्लक्स मीन्स वी हैव टू ऐड अप बोथ. Flux method is equal to, my dear lovely student, separation method plus replacement method divided by 2. Correct? Divided by average. Flux method, number of worker left plus replaced divided by average number of workers. Average number of worker multiply by 100. So number of workers left, how many are there? 170. Plus 170 plus replaced 60 replaced divided by 2750 multiply by 100 कितना आएगा? %8.36%. ठीक है. देख, फ्लक्स का मतलब कितने लोग छोड़ के गए हैं और कितने लोग आए हैं उनके जगह पे, इसको दोनों को ऐड करना है डिवाइड बाय नंबर ऑफ एवरेज. तो कितने लोग छोड़ के गए, हाउ मेनी गाइज आर लेफ्ट? सो या हियर इट इज, दैट इज 270, राइट? 170. एंड हाउ मेनी गाइज आर रिप्लेस? 60. सो 160 प्लस 60 डिवाइड बाय 275. ठीक है. बरकुंडरी, understood guys? Yeah. Next, this is done. Oh, no, on idle time wages. Time wages we will discuss all that one by one in detail again, because labor once we are covered, right, gotcho, we can go for the next chapter, that is overhead, and almost 95% of syllabus is finished. I do all the revisions once when the exams are very close and we'll finish it. ठीक है. What do you mean by idle time? What do you mean by idle time? Remember, idle time means it's a time where workers are not working. It's a time where workers are doing unproductive work. That is called as idle time. Artha ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? Understood? So the main purpose of timekeeping is to ascertain the idle time. Yeah, idle time means what? Where we are paying to the worker, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಆಯಿತು, ವೇತನ ಆಯಿತು, ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ತು ಪಾಲ್ತು ಕುಂತಾರೆ, ಗುಟ್ಕಾ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎರಡಿಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವಂದು ಇವಂದು ಮಾತು ಗಾಸಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಮನ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಗ. ಸರ್ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ, ಸರ್ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ, ಬಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ, ಕಾಲ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ, ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ, ಚಾ ಕುಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, 1 ನಯಾ ಪೈಸಾ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ನಾವು ಪಗಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪೇ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ರೀಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ time for wages which the employer paid without production operation. Andre, we are paying for non-productive work right? We are paying for non productive work, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ರೈಟ್. ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಮ್ಮ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಾನು. ಹಲೋ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಮ್ಮ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ದ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ವೈ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕಾಸ್? ಫಾಲ್ತು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಗೇಟ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಜಾಬ್, ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಟೈಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ to pick up the job, set up the tools, machinery, setup ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್. ठीक है. Similarly बच्चों, waiting for the material and instructions, waiting for the any kind of instructions, orders from higher authority, idle time ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This all is idle time. Tea break, minor accident, personal need, nature's call, all that is idle time. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪಗಾರ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಈಗ ಬಚ್ಚೋ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು ವರ್ಕರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡೇವಿ. ಒಬ್ಬ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಒಬ್ಬವ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ವರ್ಕರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಂದರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬಚ್ಚೋ 9 to 6 9 ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅಥವಾ 9 to 5 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ठीक है जी, 9 to 5 9 to 6 ಜಾಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ 9 hours he is spending, like say assume that we are paying him on an average basis daily 500 rupees. For how much? 9 hours. But out of this 9 hours his productive hour is maybe around 8 or 7.5. Yes, and 1 to 1.5 hours his time is idle. That means we are accounting that also. So bacho, what I am saying, trying to say that treatment of idle time is something like, we can divide this into two parts. One is unavoidable and second is avoidable. If somebody is working and he's going for tea break, refreshment, nature's call, somebody emergency, we cannot hold him, we cannot ask him to wait. Correct? So in that case, yes bacho, there are two situations. One is unavoidable, another is avoidable. Now what is unavoidable idle time? So bacho, unavoidable idle time is implied. Means here we don't have any option, we cannot avoid this. It's common, hence it is treated as a normal idle time. It is treated as what bacho? Normal idle time. And cost of normal idle time is charged to the concerned job. ಹೌದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್, to minimize such idle time, it is necessary to take strict controls and set to the standards. Yes, company bacho, they have to take action, right, whenever there is a idle time. Idle time ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಚ್ಚೋ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್, ಆರಾಮ್ ಕುಂತಾನ ಮನ್ಯಾಗ ಆರಾಮ್ಸ್, ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮೂಡ್, ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಅನ್ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಲ್ಲಿ ತರಬಹುದು. Unavoidable means we cannot avoid. This will be common. But avoidable idle time andre ಏನು? Breakdown of the machine, failure power supply, delay, underutilization of plant capacity, strike, lockout, benki, fire, flood. So these are the, like, we can control, we can avoid. If there is any breakdown, if there is any kind of strike or stoppage in production, these and all we can control. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕಂತೀವಿ ಅವಾಯ್ಡೇಬಲ್ ಐಡಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಬಚ್ಚೋ? ಸೊ ಗೈಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ yeah, it's a 5:30 now. As I said, uh, every day you have two classes, right? I have commitment for other classes also. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇದು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. From tomorrow we'll start all these problems, and yeah, it's a very interesting chapter ಬಚ್ಚೋ. Join ಆಗಿ, yes, those who are watching on the YouTube, please join ಆಗಿ, like ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, share ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, subscribe ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, and every day we have class, and by next month, first week, second weeks, I will finish ಬಚ್ಚಾ. I will finish all this. Okay, ಚಲೋ ಬಚ್ಚೋ, ಬಾಯ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿಪ್ಪ. ಬಾಯ್.